Hello. So as you can probably tell by what you can see, I am going to do a Digimon partner quiz. Several years ago I did one of these, and I'm not going to say which one I ended up on, so I'll reveal that after I go through this quiz. Yeah, I'm going to do this quiz just to see like kind of who my Digimon partner would be. I think this includes all of the different Digimon, like the rookies, so that would be Agumon, Gabumon, Palmon, Patamon, Tentamon, Gomamon, Salamon, um, Biomon. So that would be the first season. Then there's like Vmon and Hawkmon and Wormmon and Armadillomon and Terriermon. And then, for the third, that would be for the second season. Third season would be, of course, Renamon, Gilmon, Terriermon. And then all the other various ones that we end up seeing as different, the rookie versions of the partner Digimon. And I think this includes all of them. We'll find out. So let's just go through this and kind of see what I get. I don't know if this is the exact same quiz that I took before. I think it was, but we'll find out. I wish these sites didn't have so many ads on them. Oh well. What's your favorite color? Let's see. Let's go with pink. Are you having dreams about you and your Digimon? What are you dreaming about? See, me and my Digimon arguing, me and my Digimon fighting other Digimon, me and my Digimon laughing. Probably, like, laughing. If you could have anything in the world, what would it be? Happiness, money, to be famous, my very own Digimon, a giant indoor swimming pool, all of the best food. Well, technically money can't buy happiness, but money could buy me the indoor swimming pool and a lot more. But it doesn't specify how much money you get. I'd want to be happy. I'd want happy. Which is better, Digimon or Pokemon or Digimon? I like them both equally. I don't like that rivalry between the two of them. A TV crew has just pounced on you. What do you do? Answer their questions calmly and politely. Yuck. Yuck. Yuck it up. Woohoo, on my TV. No. Hi. Push them away. Stutter and blush. Freeze because you are so embarrassed. I would like to hope I would have enough composure to answer the questions calmly and politely. Your friend is hurt. What could have probably happened to them? My friend fell clumsy. Maybe I hurt them. He, she, always a big crybaby. Someone bullied them. I don't know. I rush over. Are you okay? I rush over. Are you okay? What do you like to do most? Read, play sports, hang out with buddies, watch TV, school, spend time with family. Does YouTube count as TV? Not sports. I don't have to do school anymore, so I'm happy about that. I do like spending time with my family, but I wouldn't say that that's my favorite thing out of all of these. I do like to read. I'll go with read. What do you value the most in a friend? They're funny, they are kind, they can keep a secret, they are cool, they are self-confident, they care about school. Kind. You have just defeated the biggest, worst Digimon ever. What do you do now? Yay, we did it. I didn't win, it was my Digimon. My Digimon did nothing, it was all me. I run over and hug my partner, my Digimon. I am so proud. I have to make sure my Digimon is not hurt. We beat tough guys all the time. my answer would probably be go over and make sure my Digimon's not hurt, and if so, give it whatever attention it needs, and then hug it and give it lots of affection. You're about to enter a portal to the digital world when you see an old woman who needs help. What do you do? Find someone else to help her. Help her, the digital world can wait. Ignore her, I don't help people. Maybe I should help. Ask my Digimon what I should do. Think about it very carefully. Help her to the best of my ability would be the answer. Lalamon. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I had. That is a little different than the one that I had before. The previous one that I had on a similar quiz was Renamon from Digimon Tamers. Appropriate. This one is Lalamon. Your answers gave you the partner. Lalamon. You're not afraid to admit you are a little shy. You make friends with everyone you see and love everything. You are easy and outgoing too. Lalamon is from the 5th season Digimon Savers, or Data Squad, whichever one you want to go with. I haven't decided if I'm going to end up doing a review of that one yet, mainly because reviews of that series yet, mainly because of the fact of I don't know if I can find it anywhere. I have to look and see if I can find it, and I've only seen the season once. So it's not one that's as fresh in my mind or as ingrained in my mind as the original 4 seasons. So we'll see about that. So I got Lalamon. And I hear the dog whining outside. What? You're okay. Come on. Come in the room. Come on. You can come in. Hi. Come up on the bed. Hi, baby. Up on the bed. What do I need a Digimon partner for? I have a rock ruff that lives in my house. I have a rock ruff over here that just lives in my house free of charge. He's like, I pay, I give you affection, and I let you pet me. That is how I pay you. Is that how you pay me? You give me affection? Or you let me give you affection, and that's how this works. Yeah, I know. I love you too, dog. I think I am going to do another Digimon quiz, so give me one moment while I find another one. Okay, so we have another Digimon partner quiz here. Let's see how this one goes. So which Digimon partner, which Digimon rookie is your partner type thing. Okay, so how old are you? So I'm an adult. Which do you identify with? Female. Do you have any siblings? Yes. What is your occupation? Okay, that's cute artwork of Ty and Davis and Kari and TK. That's kind of cute. Or at least I think, yeah, that'd be TK. What occupation are you? Student, university student, employee, volunteer, other. I am an employee. I do have a job. Which time of day do you prefer? Early morning, afternoon, day, evening, twilight, night. Rainy? What time of day do you think I prefer? He's like, I don't know. I get walks in the morning and the afternoon. Yes, dog, I love you too. Let's go with, I actually prefer evening, I would say. What do you prefer? Where do you prefer being? At the beach, in a forest, in a jungle, on a plain. I'm assuming that means like plain isn't like the plains of like the plains of Nebraska, not like a plane up in the air. In the desert, at a lake or river, in a city, in a cave, on a mountain, in the clouds. Don't think I want to be in the jungle. I basically live on the plains, so that's kind of a different story there. It's like, I want to go to the plains. Okay, I'll drive 20 minutes outside of where I live and I can get there very easily. Literally, yeah. Let's see, I prefer being in the city. Not that the other places aren't nice, but I generally prefer being in a city. Which means the most to you? Friends, family, neither. Well, considering at the moment, sad fact here, I don't really have that many friends. Regardless of what Facebook says, I don't really have that many friends, so I would go with family. Would you say you are very sociable, not sociable? I can be sociable if I have to be, but I would say I'm not really all that sociable. I always love the still of Ty from the Digimon movie. At some point, I just need to do a review of the Digimon movie itself. Just Ty. Try to get a hold of someone. I love it. What would you say is the best way to communicate with others? Face-to-face, phone call, text, instant message, email, sending a letter, other. I would say face-to-face is actually the best way to communicate with someone. Which crest do you think applies best to you? Well, the crest here, but they don't have kindness. I don't have Kens. Well, I have kindness marked down here, but they don't have these. Courage, friendship, love, reliability, sincerity, knowledge, light, hope, kindness. I don't think I'd say knowledgeable, although I do like to at least look over a situation before I go into it, but I wouldn't say that it's knowledge. The thing is, that's the thing about like what they go with like the crest. It's like that's like the characteristic that like shows the best for each of them in the original series, and then Ken, that is their most defining characteristic. But that does not mean that they don't have the other ones, because Sora demonstrates knowledge at various points in time, and so does, you know, Joe, even though that's Izzy's crest. It doesn't, you know, it's like, oh, just because Izzy has the crest of knowledge, that doesn't mean he's the only smart one. I gotta fix the curtain. Hold on. Okay, that's better lighting. Yeah, the sun came out sooner than I anticipated it coming out. Now you can see the dog better, too. I would actually say for me, it's not light, and I know it's not hope. I know that. Much as I love TK and Curry's crest, I know it's not that. I'm going to go with love. Someone may argue with that, but that's what I'm going to go with. What's your favorite pastime? Oh my god, there's so many. Creating quizzes. My brain read that as creating pizza, and I'm like, well, I don't mind creating pizza. Art, design, crafting, playing computer games, watching TV, movies, playing sports, reading fiction, reading comics, cooking, studying, traveling, surfing the internet, music, other. Well, I make videos, but I wouldn't necessarily call that my favorite pastime, but I love doing art and design and crafting. I've always loved that. Okay, what's your favorite kind of cake? Cheesecake. I don't really care for cheesecake. Yeah, get angry at me. Sponge cake. I don't know if I've ever had sponge cake. Cupcakes. Also very good. Other, chocolate. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. What's your favorite taste? Spicy? No. Sour? No. Sweet? Bitter? No. Well, out of these ones, it would be sweet. They don't have salty listed there. They should. Hat or no hat? Sorry, nothing against TK. I don't really care for hats on my own head, so that would be no hat. Which do you prefer to feel the feel of? Scales, fur, skin, other. Well, scales aren't bad. I don't mind scales. I don't mind reptiles. Not my favorite thing in the world, but I don't mind them. I'd have to go with fur. Okay. What is the color of your favorite scarf? I would be lying if I said I don't have scarves, because I do have scarves. They're in my closet. I just don't really wear them all that often. And I wouldn't know which one would be my favorite scarf, although I do have Gryffindor colored scarf downstairs for Harry Potter. Which is weird because I'm not in Gryffindor. I'm either Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw. I need to get Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw scarves at some point in time. I'm not touching the mouse and it drifted toward blue. I would actually probably go with purple. Although blue technically I guess would complement my eyes, but we're going to go with purple. Do you prefer the digital world or the real world? This is specifically the digital world from the Tamers season, I know that. Digital world or the real world? I would say that the digital world has more things that can kill me or cause me harm, but the real world is also pretty scary in those regards as well. Pretty sure lots of kids would go, the digital world, the digital world. Depends on which digital world, because I prefer the digital world from the original seasons over the digital world from the third season, because the digital world from the third season looks a lot more scary and a lot less, I guess sanitized would be a good way of putting it, but that's something I'm going to discuss in a different video, an actual video where I compare the different digital worlds. And go with real world. What Digimon element do you prefer the sound of? Sound. Fire, aqua, air, water, earth, plant, physical, machine. That I prefer the sound of? Okay, let's listen to this water. Okay, I know it's like, which one do you like prefer the most out of these? Not really machine. Plants I don't mind. I don't think earth. I've always been drawn to water, so. But I also love flying, so that would be air. But that doesn't mean that you can't fly if water is available, so water. Please choose one that applies most to you. Data, virus, vaccine. Yeah, these are the 3 different types of Digimon that there generally are around. Data, virus, and vaccine. And I can never remember which ones are which, so we'll just go with data. What is your view on the digital world? I believe this is the digital world from season 4, from Frontier, if I remember correctly. Where's your view? We should study its workings. We should close it off. We should destroy it. Everything is weird here. It's a fun place to play. I'm just going to go with everything is weird here, because that is literally my opinion of the digital world. Everything is weird here, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. Do you believe that anyone can become a Digidestined? Yes. Because the thing is that there are evil Digidestined later on in other seasons, if I remember correctly. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a good person to be a Digidestined, because there are bad Digimon. It's like with Pokemon. It's like you don't have to be a good person to be a Pokemon trainer. You can be a bad person and still be a Pokemon trainer. I mean, look at Team Rocket and all the other actually evil, Pokemon, teams that there are that they have to deal with. Not so much actually like Jesse and James, Team Rocket, but like, Giovanni and other ones that are like definitely evil. And with Digimon, there's no difference there. It's just like, it's a Digimon. It doesn't, if it's your destined Digimon, it's not going to care whether or not you're good or bad. Because I mean, like, Wormmon is kind of the, Wormmon and Ken is an exception in that regard, because it's not like Ken became evil necessarily of his own volition. He was influenced and drawn down the wrong path by the dark spore, but there's a difference there. But what color is you Digimon's egg? Digi-egg. Is your Digimon's Digi-egg would be the answer to that. Blue. What do you think is most important in your Digimon? They're strong, they look cool / cute. They can fly, they're a great friend, they can swim, other. Well, I mean, by technicality, yes, I would prefer a cute or cool looking Digimon over an ugly looking Digimon, but if this is the Digimon that is meant to be my Digimon partner, then I'm not really going to argue with that necessarily. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess if someone tried to give me a Demi-Devimon, I'd be like, okay, that means I have questions about my own sanity. Thank you very much. Or some of the other ones. They're a great friend. I just want a friend. What do you enjoy doing with your Digimon the most? Talking, exploring, or traveling, playing games, eating, sleeping, cloud watching, training, other. Probably playing games. Actually, probably just talking with my Digimon would be something that I would love to do. You're in the digital world. What would you feed your Digimon? Oh, God. Hand-picked Digi-Shrooms, Digi-Catfish, handmade bread, meat from the meat farm. Oh, yeah, the meat farm. Snacks you brought from the real world, other. The Digi-Mushrooms are a little bit of a, I don't know if we want to eat these, because, there's one that specifically makes you forget stuff, and that's not a good thing. The only way we would be eating the Digi-Catfish is if my Digimon knows how to fish, because I don't. I could make handmade bread if I had the ingredients. But I think handmade bread is a reference specifically to Guilmon from Tamers, because he loves bread. Meat from the meat farm. We'd have to find the meat farm, and then I'd be curious as to, okay, where does this meat come from? But then again, there's also like meat apples in the digital world, or like apples that like taste like meat, and you cook them and they taste like different meats. Snacks you brought from the real world. Probably snacks I brought from the real world. Still in the digital world. That would be specifically from one of the games, but I have no idea which one. Specifically in the digital world, which part of File Island feels most at home to you? Okay, so that would be File Island. File City, Mount Infinity, Phone. Go away. File City, Mount Infinity, Gear Savannah, Geckomon Swamp, Misty Trees, Freezeland, Toy Town, Giant Canyon. I thought that said Giant Crayon for a second. Great Canyon. Oh, they don't have Primary Village on here. Dragon Eye Lake, Ancient Dino Region, Beetle Land, other. They don't have Primary Village on here, because that's probably where I'd like to be the most. Probably Toy Town. If they had Primary Village on here, that's where I'd go, but they don't. You're in the real world now. Where is the best place to hide your Digimon? First of all, it depends on how big said Digimon is, because as pointed out in like the first season and the second season and the third season, depending on the size of your Digimon, if they're small enough, you can just pretend that they're like a stuffed animal or something. Or in the case of Gatomon, your cat. Although, if someone is gullible enough to believe that Gatomon is just a plain old cat, I think that says more about that person than it does about your Digimon's hiding abilities. Because Terriermon pretends to be a cat. Takato tries to hide Gilmon in his house. It does not work. Gilmon is much too big. Renamon is smart enough to go and hide on her own, but she, that happens too. Terriermon just pretends to be a stuffed animal for Henry. In the park, in my bedroom, in an abandoned building, in my garden, in my bag, I wouldn't hide them. Well, first of all, it would depend on how my parents are going to react to this. Because if I brought home a Digimon and my parents started freaking out, I'd be like, okay, well, this is not going to work. I don't have a garden, so it wouldn't hide in my garden. An abandoned building. There's not really any abandoned buildings around here that I can get to easily enough. Except it's small enough I could hide it in my bag. In my bedroom. Depends on how big they are, though. Would you tell anyone you have a Digimon? Friends you trust, family, nobody, everybody. Family. Aww, Sora and Biomon. Oh, that's adorable. And sad. Sad if you know context. It's time to say goodbye to your Digimon and leave the digital world. You are uncertain when you will meet again. How do you react? Yep, I knew that was coming. Burst into tears, refuse to say goodbye, try to stay with them, give them something to remember you by, reminisce together, shake hand, paw, and keep yourself collected. I would try to give them something to remember me by. Particularly if you, because like in the first season, the digital world, time goes so much faster in the digital world than the human world. And it's just like, I don't know if the Digimon is going to remember me. So I want the Digimon to remember. I would probably also like burst into tears as well in that regard. But I would give them something to remember me by in regards to also like reminiscing with them and hugging with them and burst into tears. It'd be a combination of things. But yeah, give them something to remember me by. I got Terriermon. Nothing against Terriermon. I do like Terriermon. He's a very relaxed Digimon who's able to keep calm in any situation, and so do you. You and Terriermon are the perfect chilled partners, but that doesn't mean you're pushover when it comes to fighting. Terriermon is just as strong as other Digimon and will do his all to protect you and you if you're in danger. Okay. I like Terriermon. I've never had a problem with Terriermon. Okay, the Terriermon that's in all the Terriermon seem to have like an attitude of some kind, because the Terriermon that you see in Digimon the movie that's with Willis, and then the Terriermon that you see with Henry and Tamers, which we'll be going over with, both of them are very opinionated and very sarcastic and very do not know what tact is by any means. So there's a bit of a conundrum there. It's like, is that just the way that all Terriermon are, or just those two specific ones? Not that I would have a problem with having Terriermon. They're definitely one that I could hide as a stuffed animal in my room. Lalamon I could also hide as like a stuffed animal, if necessary. But yeah, so that's what we have. I guess either of my partners would be either Renamon from previous quizzes I've gotten. I also think I've gotten Gatomon at some point in time, which is great because those two are my two favorite Digimon partners, Terriermon or Lalamon. So that's what we have. I thank you for watching this. I'll try to remember to put the links to the quizzes in the video in the description, so that way if you want, you can take the quizzes yourself and see what you get. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the video of me stumbling through 2 Digimon quizzes. So bye!